One of our corporate staff members was driving, as a lot of us doing Thanksgiving, to Florida to see his family, and his car actually broke down, and guess what he did? He used the Vitel benefits network, was towed, roadside assistance, the whole 9 yards, and guess what it cost him? Zero. Maybe a little tip for the driver out of respect, but nothing more than that. It was free. And when your own corporate staff can utilize those benefits and have the same story as the business owners, it says a lot. Also on MLM Help Desk, there's a second article that went live today about Jesse Red, who is one of our youngest national sales executive and probably one of our youngest leaders, let alone one of the youngest successful leaders in the industry. And so Vitel wants to personally congratulate him and myself congratulate him. Moving along, as I said, I'm going to share some of the personal stories, the Vitel story, and some of the background, mainly because we want people to get to know us. I want people to get to know me personally. Even though I may not speak to each and every one of you, I have made it a desire of mine. I've really set out to be a different type of an executive, and hopefully that I will prove that to be true over time with each and every one of you. When I say that, what I mean is I'm reachable, I'm accessible, I'm compassionate, we listen, and we will continue to do such a thing. When Vitel was created because of a frustration, which a lot of things happen. When they get frustrated, we take action. Most of us. My story with Vitel, which I'm going to tell like some of my other history and some of my other things, but the Vitel story where it begins is out of frustration. And if you're not taking notes, now's the time. Because it's such an important thing that'll literally, if you take it by storm with what I took and learned from this one little excerpt that I'm fixing to explain to you, it could literally change your life. And there's no secret sauce. There's no medicine. There's nothing other than just factual information that works if you apply it. It's no secret. It's just that when you write it down and you really think it through, it's like, wow, that makes sense. A lot of you know that I was in the consumer electronics import. I imported consumer electronics and distributed them across multiple e-commerce platforms prior to beginning and starting Vitel. With that came cell phones, hence Vitel Wireless. During that time, I decided I wanted to take consumer electronics and wireless and take it retail into stores and what have you, and that's what Scott did. We opened our first store, and we set out a plan to open up franchises in multiple stores across the Midwest. During that planning stage, I had a chance meeting by accident. And for any of you that know, I have zero network marketing experience. Am I ashamed or direct selling experience with that? Am I ashamed or is that a secret? That might scare somebody because, wait, you're running a direct selling company and you have no experience? You're darn right. The difference is that allows us to be innovative. It allows us to break the rules. It allows us to be different. We don't follow the same old adage that everybody else applies because they've done it for 30 years and it's got to be done the same on the 31st year. We're going to be different. Also, realizing that, we surrounded ourselves around experts. We surrounded ourselves around people with industry experience. We've also surrounded ourselves around consultants and attorneys enough to ensure that when we are thinking outside of the box, it's not too far outside of the box. And that's what we've done. But when me having no network marketing experience, I did have a lot of business experience. I literally started, I'm 33 years old. For all of you that don't know that, I have a family, 3 kids, and I'm happily married, and been married for 4 years to my second wife. My family, I live actually within a home. So I've gotten to watch things grow, change, and I've gotten to know the community. And that ties back into me opening the cell phone store in my community. But I had a chance meeting as I was looking for other things to attract customers to my store, as well as, just build my business. What had happened was, I had a chance meeting. My mother and father had been in network marketing all their lives, well, at least as long as I could tell. Didn't realize that shaped me a lot, because when I was a kid, no child desires to go to an Amway meeting by all means, but guess what? At 13 years old, that's where I was at. I went from Albuquerque, New Mexico to Salt Lake City and beyond, and so on and so on and so on, being drugged to these meetings that I had no clue what they were about. But all I could tell is a lot of people were a lot of excited, and a lot of people had some fancy cars. I aspired to be somebody like that, and I guess that's where the passion began, not realizing it at such a young age. My mother and father were successful in Amway, and then they went on to build another business and were successful in that. At that point, my father's 74 years old. They decided, they were ready to retire, and never marketing was any good to them. And the one thing that I took away from their story is our business isn't all about money. They have friendships and relationships that they have built, and guess where they all came from? From their businesses in networking. That's it. Half their friends come from the businesses that they built together, fellowshipping all as one as a team, all trying to reach the common goal, the same common denominator, the same goal. But when you have others supporting you and pushing you and driving you, it makes it that much easier to be successful, because when you have a down day, you call your one of the people in your business, and you have them pick you up, and then vice versa. And so it really tends to really help. It's kind of like a tree that the branches and the leaves come out. I mean, that's what happens. And all of a sudden they intertwine. Well, I get to this meeting not knowing it was a direct sales company, as my mother and father tried to get me involved in all their companies that they had been involved in and all the things they were doing. I'd never shown an interest because I didn't have a passion for it. Not realizing that it had already been indoctrinated in me. Well, I sat at a Starbucks, and this is where you're taking notes. I sat at a Starbucks. I'm meeting an owner of a company in the top money earner, who knew my father personally, and didn't know that this was the meeting I was walking into. The funny thing is that the product that I was looking to add to my store, there was a company that had started their direct sales company, and they were flying high, fast, furious. I mean, they grew rapidly. So I sat at this meeting, and some of you, I told this story last week on one of the team calls, and so some of you heard part of this story already, and forgive me for if you've heard it before, but so many of you haven't, and this is where the power really rings true. And this is where you have that aha moment, that it doesn't take anything special, it doesn't take any secret sauce, any special ingredients to be successful. It's literally making a decision, and this is it. I sat at this meeting, and this gentleman was the top money earner, and he was making buku dollars, and he had made all these great friendships, and all these things were going so great for him, and I just asked him, well, how'd you do it? Because I had a struggling wireless store, and I had just had a multi-million-dollar success story with importing consumer electronics. I shift to retail, and I'm struggling. So I'm grasping, looking for other opportunities to enhance my store and find something that was going to work. I'm sitting there talking to him, and I literally, point blank, just asked the simplest question there was. How'd you do it? What are you doing? What do you do that makes this so successful? And he looks at me and he says, I went to work. Such a simple answer. I went to work. I was taken back by that answer to the point where I had to ask it again. I asked him again, well, I mean, really, what did you actually do? What is the secret? Well, he says, there is no secret. I went to work. Now, this time I'm frustrated because now I've got the same answer and I've asked the same question two different ways. So I asked him again, what did you do? Point blank, fastest words I've ever seen be written. It's probably just just telling me what he wanted to tell me, so he would trigger some thoughts. But like, okay, I'm a fast writer, I guess. Like I said, I wasn't experienced in network marketing. I didn't know where he was doing with this. Well, all of a sudden he says, "Let me see your phone." Handed it to him. He said, "There's 285 contacts still left. You should be writing for a very long time. You have 297 contacts in your phone, and you only wrote down 12. You still got 285 to go." Then he did the math on those 285 sales, what I would have made. He said, "So which check is nicer to you, the one that you sold 12 to 12 people, or the one you sold to 297? Obviously, the 297 sales was a lot bigger and better than the 12. He said, "You stereotyped 285 people. Walmart doesn't do that. Microsoft doesn't do that. Apple doesn't do that. Now you know why they're successful and you're not." And he didn't say another word. That moment, I had an aha moment. We all stop and overthink, are scared, or afraid of stepping outside of our comfort zone. So sometimes that's personal development is needed, which is constant. It's not a one-time thing. You can't study personal development one time. It's got to be a constant. I think it's either Zig Ziglar or Jim Rohn, one of them, said, personal development is like taking a bath. It's constant. Otherwise, it goes sour. You always have to do it and always practice it. You'll never be 100% if you don't constantly practice it. So it's a constant thing. You always have to practice. But the part of the story that matters is that literally there was no secret. He didn't tell me anything that anyone doesn't already know. He didn't tell me something that I had to reach for the stars for or figure out. He told me a very simple answer and simple solution that made sense. It was duplicatable. Don't stereotype. So then I took that another step further, and then we would go to social media. Social media is great. It's a great lead generation tool. But guess what? He said, relationships are built face-to-face. Relationships are built on getting to know one another. He says, you can utilize social media. Don't ever stop advertising your business on social media and classifieds and all the things that you do, or you will do. But think outside of the box and get back to the basics. What are the basics? Multi-million-dollar companies, successful companies back in the we call the dinosaur ages, before we had cell phones and all the technology we have, business was still conducted. It wasn't hindered. The difference is people trusted each other and they felt obligated to work and help each other because they met face to face. There's actually studies done that says that face-to-face business meetings and face-to-face business agreements and anything conducting business face to face is 80% more likely to produce than had you never met. So take that into consideration. If you enroll 5 people into your business, you can start doing the math. 80% if you met those 5 people personally. Obviously, with technology, we can't always do that. But that's why we go back to fellowship and networking, and hence the mindset behind the business. There's always someone a phone call away that can go and help build your business for you, because you'll do the same. It's all about relationships. It's not about greed. As you'll know, our company practices that. If it was about greed, we'd be a $500 business. No, we're a $99, $49, a free opportunity. And the reason why is very simple. We want to appeal to the masses and give everybody the same opportunity that anybody that looks at our business can have. You can rise to the ranks of our company they're all 95% of you are on a phone, not on a landline. So I don't want you doing this now because I'll lose every single one of you. But take that same notepad that I just gave you that little explanation down and do what I didn't do. The difference is what I didn't do, it was a slap in the face, and that's what I went and did. The success story comes here. After that, I went back to those 285 people and I went to work. Out of those 285 people in 5 weeks, I turned those 285 contacts into 1,000 distributors, and you can imagine the check I earned. Bad news is that the company didn't have its you-know-what together and made a lot of mistakes and frustrated me, and at the time I didn't have the following, because as we know, I'd only been in network marketing direct sales for 5 weeks at this time. I didn't have the following. These are new people that half of them I had no relationship with except the ones that I'd done meetings for, but I only met them one time. I hadn't had the opportunity over 5 weeks to build a relationship. I can tell you out of those 1,000 people, almost 800, 900 were met face to face. In a meeting setting, not necessarily one-on-one by all means. What happened was all of a sudden I became the person feeding all the heat and dealing with all the issues that company had. It literally took my 5 weeks of success down to and put me on my knees. I was determined, number one, not to let the 500 people that I had still remaining after the 5 weeks when they didn't get paid, plus the 500 that I'd already let down that had already left. But I had a moral obligation. So what did I do? I went to work. There's a better way, there's an easier way, and we're going to learn from their mistakes, but I'm going to take another step further and I'm going to go study the rest of these companies that all have failed in the successes, because by this time I'm researching the business, I'm researching the industry, I'm learning stuff, and now I needed another why. I needed my own why. So I had reasons behind me needing to build a business. I'm going to share that with you tonight. But not only that, I had a moral obligation that I felt like I owed all these people something. Remember, I just got done saying, when you meet face to face, you feel like you owe somebody something. Well, that's what happened. I felt like I owed them something. I was indebted to them because I'd let them down. Quite frankly, I indirectly let them down. It had no bearing on my actions. It had to do with the actions of another company. But at the same time, my name and my reputation and I took full responsibility. So when you take responsibility, you take action. So that's what I did, and I went to work. And that's where Vitel was started. But Vitel was started from, there's 5 partners. We all invested our own money, our own time, sweat equity, in our bank accounts. No outside investors. Well, to some of you that doesn't matter. Some of you that means a lot. I'll tell you why it means a lot to me. Number one, we guard our money. We're a lot more frugal. We're a lot smarter. We're spending someone else's money. So we think through things, and quite frankly, it's a little bit more dear to our heart. Number two, it allows us to control the business and not allow outsiders to control the business, no matter what our passions and desires are. Number three, it means that we actually go out and build a business, and we don't sit behind those desks and wear suits all day and acting like we're somebody we're not. Because we're not. We're human. We built this company organically. We built it from grassroots. No advertising campaign. We never bought anybody. We never bought a story. We never paid anybody. We did it from our story, our passion, our beliefs, our desires, and the will to prevail. That's it. I told you, and I've said it at many speaking events, and actually I think I say it at every single one because it's so important. I sat on the front row of that company that I told you that I was in for 5 weeks at a meeting, and when they were calling everybody up, and they were speaking, I wanted to be them. I didn't want to be sitting on the front row. Well, I got my name highlighted because I did such a great job in the first 5 weeks, but it was short-lived. I wanted to be the person up there speaking, so guess what? That's what I did. And I'm speaking to each and every one of you. The difference is, I'm just an ordinary person doing extraordinary things. When I say extraordinary, it is. We have created a movement. We've created success have anyone try your go-go juice. You got tried and proven and trusted names to attach your name and align yourself with, as well as now Vitel carries its own product as we move into phase 3. With that, no one likes change. At the same time, change is inevitable. We're a constantly evolving and innovative company, as I mentioned, being young-minded and innovative. We're always looking for ways to improve and add additional benefits. Well, that's easier said than done. Hence, when we make some changes, sometimes it takes us an extra couple days or a day to accomplish our goal, but we always rise to the occasion and we always pull through. We always deliver on what we say. It may be a day later. We may miss a deadline, but I can assure you that we don't make false promises, and in the 2 years we've been in business, we've delivered on all those promises. The reason I say that is because we're human, we make mistakes, and we're a real business. We don't have a facade. Scott makes mistakes. James Pearson makes mistakes. We all make mistakes. But the difference is Vital addresses the mistakes, they deal with them, just like you do in your everyday life. We're in a partnership when we join forces. You're either with us or you're not. And when you're with us, we all have the same common goal, same desires and passion. It's all joining forces and fellowshipping. Some of you have friends over and have barbecue. Some of you go to church. Some of you do both. You're doing nothing different except that when you're having that barbecue and you're talking about how good that steak is, there's 5 of you. One of the guys cooked the steaks, or one of the ladies cooked the steaks sometimes. And guess what? You're marketing the person's cooking skills. When you go to church and you leave and you're at and everybody goes to lunch afterwards and you see your neighbor and you say, man, that was great sermon. And what are you doing? You're marketing, you're networking for who? The church and the pastor. Every day you're networking and you're telling a story in your life experiences. That's all we're doing. The only difference is you didn't know you were actually benefiting or selling or helping somebody else, so you did it mindlessly. Since it's your very own business, you don't do it mindlessly, you overthink it. Not everybody, and excuse me for implying that you personally overthink it, but people overthink it. Get back to the simple, get back to the basics. That's what I did. I did a massive amount of research data, and I set out a plan. My lifelong friend, childhood friend, James Pearson, who's coming up shortly, me and him had discussed, he'd always watch me start businesses, and he'll tell you in some of his stories, my successes and failures, he watched and watched, and he saw that I had a burning passion to succeed, and you know what, his story is even that much greater, because I don't want to steal his thunder, and I hope that he's listening tonight. I think he is, prior to him coming on, but before he gets into the detailed business overview, I hope that he'll share his story, his story that basically he had built a very successful financial career. Like I said, I'm not going to tell a story, but I'm just going to give you the intro. He had built a very successful career, and some things in his life were giving him some thoughts, and it was time for him to make some decisions, and he made some decisions and made some choices, and I'll allow him to tell you all about it, but it's actually a really, really exciting story, and it really rings true. It's a relatable story that each and every one of us can relate to. The frustrations and the trials and tribulations of life. It's that simple, nothing else, nothing more, nothing anything other than just that. But for some of you, my why is a very, very personal story, and I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I am going to tell you about my why. As I've said a few times, a few hundred times probably, I've had successes and failures. My latest successes turned to my latest failures. And during my latest failures was the time when, as I told you, I have 3 children. Well, one of my children, I have children that live with their mother. Mother's a great mother. I have nothing negative to say about that. So I want to clarify, not that anybody's listening to my call, but out of respect, there was nothing negative with what I'm fixing to say. There was no bad action, and some of us just dream and wish. I took action. My daughter had asked repeatedly to live with me, and she wanted to. She just missed me, and we had this great relationship, and it just meant so much to her to be here at home with me. So that was my why. The only problem was, is guess what? I just told you about my failures. I couldn't afford to write a $40,000 check to an attorney to go battle a custody battle. That's money that I had in savings and put away was to provide for, so I stayed alive and my wife and I could live while we were going through our changes and our difficulties. It was, and of course, I'd give up that money all day long to get my daughter, but if it meant the difference between eating and getting my daughter wasn't in danger and she wasn't being harmed. So I made a decision that it just was not feasible, and it really wasn't. But I had to find a way that I was going to get it, and so I made a promise to myself and my daughter I'd make it happen. Well, Vitel started. It took 24 months to get Vitel to a success story. 18 months of that was constantly beating my head against the wall. Frustrations. What are we doing wrong? Why isn't this working? There's two parts to the story. When I said 18 months, it took us 18 months to ever see a glimmer of hope. 18 months. So when you've been in business for 45 days, you might not see that glimmer of hope, but you stay true. You stay committed, and sometimes you have to look within and see, do what you've always done, get what you've always got. That's what Vitel did. Vitel rebranded itself, we re-imaged ourselves, and we changed our message in March of this year. And when we did that, Vitel started becoming a success. We didn't change the compensation plan. We didn't change the product. All we did is change our message and started making a difference. Vitel saw its first bit of success in March of 2012. Ended up being featured on Yahoo News and USA Today, amongst a lot of other blogs and a lot of other websites. That was the first success. I was determined to not let it fail, and I was determined that we had something here. It was just going to take resilience, determination, and finding the right recipe and solution. Well, as we muddled through running our tiny weeny business, guess what? The glimmer of hope shined its light. I got excited because all of a sudden I was that much closer to reaching my goal of obtaining my daughter, and guess what? I'm here to tell you that Vitel has provided me the greatest gift that God and anybody could ever give me. I'm my daughter's hero tonight because in September I got custody and was awarded custody of my daughter. I had no at all, period, opportunity or even glimmer of a possibility 18 months before that, much less 12 months before that. But because I never gave up, I made my mind up and I made a commitment, I accomplished the goal. Now remember, this is going to scare a lot of you because I'm at the helm of your company, but quite frankly, we're very transparent. We are who we are, and we come as we are. So many companies, they put on their nice, pretty fancy suit, drive their nice, fancy car, they take great pictures, and they post it all over, and they act like somebody they're not, and they fake it till they make it. Well, not me. Not James Pearson. Not Jared Coleman. No, we are who we are. We're just building a business with you. We're partnered with you. The reason I'm telling you that is as a young kid, young adult. I didn't graduate high school. I got my high school equivalent GED. Yes, scare all of each one of you. That's fine with me. Yes, that's who's running your company. My partners, if they're on this call, are rolling over, banging their head against the wall like we did for the first 18 months until I'm telling you these type of things. But you know what? That's what's real. That's what success stories come from. Resilience, determination, once again. Got my GED, I was young, made some bad decisions, and I was in situations that I was raised better, and I had better morals, ethics, and values than the life I was leading. And so I paid the consequences, and I took care of business, and I went to work. My mother and father instilled enough of those vital, important traits in me that I overcame adversity and I overcame the negativity. We all have that opportunity of choosing which road of life we're going to take. There's always a fork in the road. Good news is if my fork was bent, and we're right back to the main road. My parents bended that fork, and it was a good thing that happened. But I can tell you one thing: life's experiences is what prepares you and makes you who you are, and it makes you become what you are. I might not be the most educated man in the world with a master's degree and a PhD and going to Harvard, but I can tell you I spend more time researching, analyzing, gathering data, speaking to people, understanding business, getting hands-on experience than a PhD going to school for 10 years to get a PhD has. Why? Because I have an obligation to you and my family and to every single person that's entrusted their lives and their bank accounts or their credit card within the company that I represent. I have an obligation to each and every one of you to ensure that you have every tool, every possible thing you need to be successful. I can't fail you there. So if I fail, then I haven't done my job. But if you fail, then you took the easy road, because no, not one of us on this call should fail. Because if I can do it, you can do it. I'm nobody different. I'm just like everyone on this call. And to prove it, like I told you 2 years ago, I said on that same meeting, sitting in the audience, just like each and every one of you has done at one time or another in a meeting. So you can choose to be sitting in that meeting, or you can choose to be up on stage. I hope you'll partner with me and entrust your life and your future business ventures by Intel. And I'm fixing to close out. James is coming on, I think, in about 12 minutes. So what I want to do is roll out to a few things before I close out. James is going to share with you a lot of stuff. As I said, I hope he was listening, and hopefully he'll share with you his story for how the decisions he made to become part of Vitel leading into his business overview, and going over the details of the enhancement, and just what Vitel's all about. But I challenge each and every one of you to rise to the occasion, do the same thing I did. Take out your contacts list and hit every single one of them up and watch your business grow. A couple key pieces of house cleaning items. I know a lot of you are eager to understand and know what's going on behind the scenes, so I'm going to give you a 3-minute recap of our enhancements. Our programmers and our development team is working around the clock. I get emails at 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning with them working on everything that's to be completed. Some of these projects, we can only make estimations because, as I've mentioned, I think 3 times now, we're human and we make mistakes. We haven't made any mistakes regarding this, but time-wise and estimations, hey, we missed the mark. But we missed the mark. We can learn from our mistake, or we can deal with it and address it, or just come in as we are, or we can give you lip service, and that's not the way that Vitel operates. So, moral of that story is that our enhancements are complete in the programming phase. We are testing everything and making sure it's 100% accurate, because no one wants to see everything go live and there to be problems or issues or errors. As you know, that the month obviously closes out on the end of the month, and we process and update the system all the way up until the 10th of the month. On the 10th is when all numbers are final, when we release commissions right after that. So between the 1st and the 10th, you could see numbers change in a typical day of business. However, right now you can see that your back offices have not updated. We know this. We posted a system notification. I know it's frustrating because you want to see the fruits of your labor, and you want to see what you've earned. And if change our whole timeline by 4 hours, 8 hours, or 16 hours. So please be patient with us. We're really, really close to having it live. Obviously, the benefits network's live. Everything is being calculated. Nothing is being lost. All your commissions will update with previous and current earnings, and should be relatively very, 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 very quickly. I was literally on a development meeting right before I jumped in this call. What else? There's a couple other exciting things. I already mentioned Jesse Red. I know that Curtis Cross is just in, I think, Michigan traveling. Brandon Ivy's been doing some traveling. I mean, there's a lot of our leaders have been doing some traveling, but right now, it's everybody's gearing up and getting ready for 2013. Start really getting your testimonies together, your stories. I mentioned earlier about testimonies. I talked, I think, on, like I said, one of the team calls last week, and I was just inundated with messages about people's stories. Those stories are awesome, but if you don't tell them, no one relates. So get out there and tell your story. It makes a difference. I think that that should conclude for me. I think there's going to be about a 5-minute, we start in about 8 minutes. So over the next 8 minutes, I think, I don't know if I was told or not, but there may be somebody coming to do intros. Otherwise, this line I think will just stay open until James comes on. I know it's join.me/vitelnetwork.com is the webinar for him. I think he will be holding that presentation as well as speaking. He'll be sharing a little bit of his story and then going straight into that, the details and really getting the understanding behind what the changes and the enhancements are that we're doing and how it benefits you financially and positively. So with that, I'll see you on Wednesday night for the same format call. And James will follow up behind me, the same platform for him as well. You will want to be on Wednesday's call and Friday's call. Friday, there's a nice surprise for you. And no, it's not a product announcement, but there's always a surprise. No announcement tonight, no special announcement other than my passion for your success. And to all, I wish us success. Friday, don't miss Wednesday and Friday's call because your attendance, Wednesday's call leads to Friday's call, and Friday, someone's going to be a lucky man or woman. With that, I thank you for your time. I'm going to jump on the webinar so I can be a part and listen to the great things that James, our Chief Operating Officer, had to say. And to your success, thank you very much for listening to me and my story, and we'll pick up on Wednesday. For now, to go mute unless, well, I guess we'll just open up the lines until James comes on, and then we'll rock and roll into the second half. So thank you, and all have a wonderful night. James Pearson coming live in about 5 minutes.
Unmuted.
Phenomenal conference call. Hey, like this. Network, VITLNETWRK. That should get you to the webinar, and I'll unmute now.
Unmuted. Muted.
enterprise. You still have to do so, and you can still earn as much money as your motivation and your success for you to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get it was launched nationwide in 2010. I just shared with you kind of how it got started and what went on. We're based in Houston, Texas. Actually, Spring, Texas, if you check our address. We are a privately held debt-free company. Like Scott told you in the previous call, if you want it, there's 5 partners. We all invested our own money. We all reinvest money. Every single time we need to raise money for the company. We don't have big investors sitting on a board telling us what to do. The combined founders have 55 years of business experience, financial experience. And the great thing about our company is we're committed to all industries. We're not tying ourselves just to healthcare. We're not tying ourselves just to energy. We're going across all the home services and benefits. And the great thing that people ask me all the time, what separates Vitel from others? Other opportunities. Well, the great thing is, and one advantage we have over everyone else, is that we provide services that are essential. Essential that people use every day. You're already using them. So people ask where the trend is going. Well, I got a real current trend for you. Everyone's aware of Cyber Monday. Well, on Cyber Monday, 13% of all sales took place via a mobile device. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means that cell phones are not just to communicate. That cell phones are now your hub. You run your business. You communicate with your family. You stay connected with your social network. And Vitel is positioned with the top industry-leading companies from Verizon, T-Mobile, and Sprint. We're not asking you to go sell a service or a name that nobody knows or understands. We're partnered with Verizon, T-Mobile, and Sprint. It is so important now for mobile device and mobile advertising that companies are gearing their advertising. 20 to 25% of their budget is going to mobile devices. If any of you have ever been to a concert lately or been to a concert lately, people used to hold up lighters when popular songs came on. Well, they don't do that anymore. They hold up their cell phone. So you get to offer a product and service that everybody knows and everyone understands and everyone uses. You're not trying to resell them. North America is the last to be involved in non-contract. And that's what we've done. We've partnered with all the non-contract prepaid carriers, Cricket, Boost, Platinum Tel, Simple Mobile, H Plus, just to name a few. Europe and other areas of the world, there's no such thing as contracts. And up until recently, non-contract phones were subpar. They were these old throwaways. A lot of phones that no one wanted. Now all these companies offer state-of-the-art iPhones, upfront, great smartphones. If you can earn not only upfront commission for selling them, you can earn residual commission by paying them through a bill-based portal every night or every month. We also offer a chance to earn money and partner with all the people in wireless and satellite companies in the industry. All internet, all cable, dish network, or satellite. All the companies that you see on your screen we've partnered with. There's a great widget on the website that allows you to put in your zip code and let you know what carriers are available in your area so you can select the best option for you. We've just recently launched into phase 3 where we introduced several Vitel products. The first was the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi 3G wireless device that will run up to 5 separate devices at a time. But I can tell you that it's fixing to go 4G. These are dual mode devices that will work. So if you already have one and you take advantage of the great price that the Wi-Fi has right now and the great service, well, you're going to be positioned to switch over to 4G when that goes live here shortly. Wi-Fi is a great product, and if you want internet on the go or if you're out there traveling, showing webinars and doing trainings for your team, having a Wi-Fi is essential so you can have internet everywhere. We also have Vitel Energy. Vitel Energy is currently in 4 states, but we are expanding over the first quarter of next year into 24 states and 24 service areas. And as the other states deregulate, we will deregulate with them. We're bringing choice as an option. We're going to bring as many providers as we can, so that way they can compete over your business and you can get the best deal. We also give you the opportunity to earn upfront commission as well as residual commission off of debit cards, prepaid and ready debit. going into the prepaid sector because people are sick and tired of having the fees that are associated with banks in the games with different banks. They want to be able to put their money on a card. They want to be able to spend it. Well, with our program, you can direct traffic, you direct people and customers to your card. They can order and download and order a card for nothing, no cost to them. And every time they use it, you earn commission. Every time they activate it, you earn commission. The Vitel Benefits Network. The Vitel Benefits Network is our core legit. It's something we've always offered. But until now, we've only offered it to our members. It's never been offered to the retail public. And now that it's a retail product, everyone can take advantage of the Vitel Benefits Network, including the business owners. You can now earn commission from the Benefits Network, whether they're a customer or a business owner. You don't have to join the business for you to earn commission and fast start bonuses. And I'm going to get into that here in a minute, compensation protection. So the Vitel Benefits Network includes legal protection. Legal protection that's designed to help you in case you have a legal question. You can pick up the phone and you can get consultation right then and there for free. You can reach out to them and they will draft legal documents and send letters to people that you're having issues with. Say you've had a bill collector that sends you a collection notice that's not yours. Well, it's kind of tough to find that in legal protection. They can write that letter on your behalf. And that is all included in the Vitel Benefits Network. You also have the nurse hotline. On the nurse hotline, you have the ability to pick up the phone and call and speak with a nurse who is with you or your kids. If one of your kids has done something, you got something stuck in their ear, or they need something they're not supposed to, I'm sure we've all been there. You can pick up the phone and call the nurse hotline and get advice right up front. Now, as everyone on the call is an independent business owner, you have to understand that tax preparation is extremely important. It's coming up to tax season and we're all getting prepared. Well, wouldn't it be nice for you to have the ability to pick up the phone and call a tax consultant and consult with them and ask them what the best route would be to take going forward into tax season to prepare your taxes, to save you as much of your hard-earned money as you can. We also offer roadside assistance. Roadside assistance available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week nationwide. And it's incredible. It works. The testimonial is there. We're building and creating a testimonial page for each and every one of you to go in and see exactly how powerful this is. Our own corporate members use it and have utilized it on several occasions. They're quick, they're fast, and they're available nationwide 24/7. And coming soon, it'll be available in Puerto Rico as well. We also offer online shopping discounts. These are shopping. Everyone's looking for great deals, and everyone is waiting on incredible online discounts. Well, now you don't have to wait. Log on to your online shopping portal. Get your discounts not just during the holiday season. Save some money. We also offer identity theft protection in the Vitel Benefits Network. This is crucial. Identity theft protection prevents you against fraud. And it gives you the ability to not only monitor your credit, but it also gives you the ability to protect yourself. It gives you an insurance policy in case something should happen. They will help you restore your credit back to pre-theft and then work with you as long as it takes. Travel benefits. Imagine having your own personal Orbit or your own personal Yahoo Travel or Priceline. That's designed for you. Well, with the travel benefits, that's what it's for, and that's what it is. You can log into your online travel portal, and you can book your hotels, you can book your flights, you can book anything that you want and save money on it. I'll tell you a recent story. About 6 months ago, I was going to a wedding not too far away. The hotel was quite expensive, and I didn't want to stay at the hotel, but I decided to stay there because that's where they were having the wedding. I went to book it, then I went and double-checked the Vitel Benefits Network. The Vitel Benefits Network price savings was about 47%. Less than what I would have paid if I would have gone directly. The travel benefits are there, and it's incredible. So I encourage you, if you've not looked at the site yet, if you've not gone in and looked at the travel and the benefits of where you can go and what you can do, I suggest you do it. Hotel reservations. Book hotels for less. I've used this several times and it works. You do beginning with the Vitel Benefits Network. Movie tickets. Earn discounts on movie tickets. Movie tickets are getting to be expensive, and you can't go with a family of 4 out to the movies without spending less than $100. So the Lifestyle Fitness Network movie ticket package allows you to buy the tickets for less, so you don't have to worry about the struggles and the financials of going to the movies with your family. Now, there's two main ways to earn income, and the first is going to be customers. And I want to define this. Customers are how we make our income and how we make our money. If you want to be a direct seller, if you just want to sell the products to customers, you can earn money and go all the way to the top of the compensation plan without ever recruiting a single person into the business. The best way you can earn money is to build a network and grow that organization. People are going to tell you that, and I'm sure everyone's heard the saying that one person's efforts at 100% still does not equal to 1% of 1,000 people's efforts. So if you want to take on the responsibility of building a team, growing a network, and building long-lasting residuals, we give you the ability to do that as well. So this is how it works. Sarah's going to be our example. And the easiest and quickest way to get qualified to earn your luxury bonuses and all your commissions and your level commissions is by doing the one-in-one. Enroll one platinum business owner to purchase the Lifestyle Benefits Network. That's $49.95 as a business owner, $49.95 as Benefits Network. If you turn to the business that earns you $100 in volume, it also earns you $25 in commission. That's our bonus. The great thing, what else is different about our company, is that fast start bonuses do not require qualification. You don't have to qualify, you don't have to hit certain volume levels to unlock it. You're going to get paid up front, and you're going to get paid back. That's one. Fast start bonuses on personally enrolled and also on team fast start bonuses. You don't have to qualify to earn that. We will let you qualify quickly and get you paid quickly as well. So the quickest way to do this is Sarah goes out, she gets one business owner who joins the Benefits Network, and then a friend of hers or brother or sister, someone that she knows, purchases the Lifestyle Benefits Network. They're not interested in taking part in the business at this point, so they lead in and they sell the Lifestyle Benefits Network because they know that the plans are incredible. It's great value. I've been a part of these plans all my life. I believe in the protection, and they work for you. So she's got one customer. She's got one business owner. She's earned $150 in volume. You're now qualified to earn low commissions and luxury bonuses. Now, to help that customer out, we introduce a get three and it's free for customers. What that means is that customer, your brother, your sister, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, a friend of yours, anyone who wants to purchase the Lifestyle Benefits Network, they qualify to have their fee, their monthly fee for the Benefits Network waived if they refer 3 customers. All they have to do is give them the customer ID and refer them back to your site. This will also allow you to expand your customer base and qualify and earn more income. So $50 of personal retail volume can be any combination of retail products. What I mean is the only thing that we've done is we've not changed the volume qualifier. We've actually given you more ways to earn on the compensation plan. The only thing we ask is that you get one customer, a $50 volume of a customer, a retail customer who's not a business owner. And this can be any combination. If you have 5 to 10 people who pay monthly donations on your site, and that totals $50 worth of TV or personal retail volume, you qualify. You don't just have to do it with the Lifestyle Benefits Network. The second way to do this is with customers only. And all you have to do is enroll 1, 2, and 3 customers. If you do that, you earn $25 a piece in fast start bonuses. So 25 for the first one, 25 for the second one, 25 for the third one, giving you a total of 75. Now, if you do that in 1 week, you still get the $50 fast start bonus for a total of 125. So now you can earn fast start bonuses on customers, not just recruiting people into the business. So again, we've added more ways for you to earn. Plus, you meet the $150 personal retail volume qualifier, and you qualify to unlock your levels commissions and your luxury bonus. Now, all you have to do to get to that next part is get to the get three and your cell phone bill paid and earn the luxury bonuses, is repeat it one more time. Now, these are just fast start bonuses. This is just the upfront commission. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you what it will do for you as you build a team and go down through the levels. Because not only do we pay you $25 for a personally sold Lifestyle Benefits Network, we'll pay you $5 for every Lifestyle Benefits Network that's sold on your team on levels 2 through 7. So this example is based on you doing just a little bit more than it takes to qualify by getting one extra business owner. So now you have two business owners and one customer. If they were to do the exact same thing down, duplicate exactly what you taught them and you helped them teach their business owners, you'll earn an upfront commission of $2,015 just on enrolling two business owners, one customer, and teaching them to do the same. Now, this is based on referring at least 3 in a week and getting a $50 bonus. Again, this is a hypothetical example, and it shows you the power of the compensation plan and the power of building a team and building an organization. So as you earn $5 down through 5 levels, I want to point out that you not only earn them off the business owners that buy the Vital Benefits Network, you earn them on all the customers as well. Now let's show you what would happen if you did 3. 3 reps, 1 customer, and expanded it by 1. We're still going to give you $25 for all your first enrolled, $5 down through the level. But you can really grow just by adding 1 extra business owner. Teach them to do the same thing. You multiply your income to $21,990. And ladies and gentlemen, this is just the upfront commission. Now we still have the full team fast start bonuses, double team fast start bonuses. If you make 1 sale with a minimum CV of $25 or higher within that month, those $5 that you earn down through levels 2 through 5, 2 through 7, will now be $10, and you will double your income. So the same example from the previous page, it was $21,990. You've now just doubled your income by making 1 sale. For example, the Wi-Fi, which carries a CV of $25. And your income for this month is now $43,830. The idea behind the enhancement of the compensation plan is to allow you to take advantage of every aspect and every product we offer. Not forcing you to recruit or penalizing you for just wanting a customer, but allowing you to take advantage of every aspect of the compensation plan. So let's get on to the monthly residuals. The monthly residuals, and these are going to be based on enrolling 3 business owners. Now, the Vital Benefits Network flag out to the right indicates that they have purchased the Vital Benefits Network, so they are a customer as well as a business owner. Now, for the business owners, you own promotional volume. For the Vital Benefits Network, you earn your fast starts and your monthly residuals. So these would be your direct business partners or your personally enrolled or consider your level 1. So this, again, is based on every business owner making 1 retail BDN sale at $49.95. This is what can happen when you start building residual income that pays you $7 on every sale down to for the sale of the Vital Benefits Network. Your total monthly residual income every month when they purchase or make their renewal will be $30,604. Not only are you earning incredible upfront money, you can earn long-lasting life residual. Residuals that can help you sustain the income and the lifestyle you want going forward. So exactly, if you were to help business owners, get 3 customers through 7 levels, your total monthly residual income will be $45,906. If you just got 10% of that, just 10%, you'd still earn an extra $590. For many of you out there, that would be what you're currently making on your full-time job. You can retire from corporate America with the lifestyle you want and do what you want with your friends, your family, and you can create the freedoms that you've always wanted to just on producing 10% of what we're showing you. So imagine you took it a step further and you help 3 business owners get 5 customers down through 7 levels. Your total monthly residual income would be $61,208. Again, if you just got 10% of that, $6,577. That is a very, very respectable monthly income. That would beat out what most of you earn on your full-time job. The power of the compensation plan enhancement that we've done are designed to help everyone earn more money and earn it faster. And I'm going to tell you how you can earn it faster here in just a minute. But before I do that, we've introduced the Diamond Program. The Diamond Program has the same benefits as the platinum package where you can earn all levels of commission. The difference is it has a little bit higher qualifier, but in exchange comes with a lot more lucrative bonus when you help your team members qualify. So if you enroll in the Diamond plan, the Diamond marketing package, and you help three qualified reps who are Diamond, and you help each and every one of them qualify as well, you're going to earn $100 for each personally enrolled Diamond that qualifies. Now, to qualify, that's a volume of $300 or 300 CV. Once they get that, you earn $100 for every person enrolled. But we don't stop there. You also earn on level 2 through 7, $10 per person. Now, what you understand, this is in addition to everything else that we've gone over. This is in addition to the fast start bonuses for the sale of the Vital Benefits Network. And this allows you to earn extra bonuses and larger upfront money, or it doesn't even have to be upfront. There's no time limit. They can qualify at any time, whether it's 1 week, 3 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, or a year. When they become qualified, you're going to earn that bonus for helping your teammates reach their volume qualifier. So if you just top 3 reps down through 7 levels and they duplicated it, in addition to what we've shown you on the previous slide, you're going to earn $22,170 in additional bonus. You also can earn personal retail sales. Just as it is now, all the products you can earn 40 to 60% of the commission value on any sale or service that you personally make. You can also earn 6% up to 15% commission on the sales of any products or services of your team that your team makes. It doesn't matter if it's a phone, a Wi-Fi, Comcast, Verizon, Cox, Internet, cable, satellite, energy. Personal retail sales still qualify. This falls into the core compensation law. You also can earn team matching bonuses. Team matching bonuses will earn 3 to 20% matching bonuses on retail sales. This is from all the people you personally enroll. You get to earn matching bonus of what their bonus is. So generational bonuses. For those of you that have built large organizations and have gone lower than 7 levels, the earning doesn't stop. You still get to earn generational bonuses on anyone in your team, in your downline, that's become an NSC or an RVP. And they don't have to be in your first 7 levels. They can be down through 6 generations. This is thousands and thousands of people it can cost. For the top producers, you're going to share in a company profit sharing pool. It's 5% of all company profits or CVs that's put into a pool and it's shared with the top producers every quarter. Vital offers a balanced compensation plan. What this means to you is that it's going to allow you to earn money every month to grow and live and take care of your business and really work towards what we would like to call long-term, lasting residual income. Income that you can retire on. Income that you can live the lifestyle on. And you don't have to work for every single month and grind because that's what you're doing now. But just like with everything, you got to start somewhere. So you take the upfront bonuses and the upfront commission and the team fast start bonuses and you get started. You grow your income every month and you work. Whether it takes 6 months, 8 months, or a year, your residual income will come. It will steadily grow to a point at one time that it will shoot up like a rocket. And it will continue to grow month in, month out, whether you are physically engaged into out there doing your meetings and doing your training. You'll be supporting your team as your residual income grows. So I'm going to ask everyone to make a commitment. You can't earn long-lasting residual income in 3 months. You can't do it in 6 months. So make a commitment to be here in a year and work towards that goal of long-term, lasting residual income. Income that will stick with you the rest of your life. I'd like to go into the rank advancement. I want to make sure that everyone understands how we promote through the ranks. And I want to also stress that you don't have to recruit. You can do this off direct product sales because all your volume counts towards it. But if you want to fast track and you want to go quickly, then you need to do it, then you can build a team and you can grow that volume quicker. Everyone starts out as a marketing representative. A marketing representative is 40% You earn 40% of your direct sales, 3% matching bonus, and you don't get to earn on your level commission. As you get promoted to team leader, there are only 6 businesses, members, you get promoted to team leader, you earn 45% of direct sales commission, 5% of matching bonuses, and now you get to start unlocking level 1 and 2 product overrides. Now, this does not include the Vital Benefits Network, which is on the hybrid 7x7 model. You're going to earn 7 down through 7 levels on CDN, no matter what rank you're at. This is for direct product sales and customer acquisition. So from team leader, you go to area sales manager. You go to 50% direct, 10% matching, to levels 1 through 3 product overrides. So now you're earning on more sales throughout your team. Promoting to the regional manager, 55%, 15% matching bonuses. And now it takes 3 area sales managers and 3 flags to get you to this point. This is where building a team can really be beneficial because that is the fast track to get to a regional manager. Levels 1 through 4 product override and national sales exec, which historically was the top position in the company. 60% direct sales, 20% matching, 3 RSMs, and 3 separate flags. Levels 1 through 5 product override. The national, as you increase and you pull up these levels, it's important to understand that it's lifetime volume that gets you there. It's not volume qualifiers every month. If you do 2,000 this month, 3,000 next month, and 5,000 the third month, all that volume helps promote you up to area manager, regional manager, national sales exec. And the top of the company, the top of the comp plan is regional vice president. Regional vice president is 60% on all benefits or personal sales. It's 3 entities or 3 separate flags. And you're going to earn on all 5 levels. But in addition to that, you're going to get infinity pay on everyone who purchases the Vital Benefits Network. The Vital Freedom Club. These are luxury bonuses. And I mentioned earlier that you can earn quicker. Well, until now, until someone completed their 2nd month or their first auto ship, you couldn't become qualified for luxury bonuses. That has all changed. You can now qualify for luxury bonuses in your first month. The minimum qualifier, the minimum to reach is $300. $300 in personal and promotional sales volume is the bill pay. And we'll pay the amount of the actual bill up to $125. And we send that amount, 15 bonus, 4x 15 directly to your provider. And we will pay that bill for you. It technically is a reimbursement because we're not necessarily paying your bill as your bill comes in. It's paid at a specific time every month. But it pays the actual bill amount up to $125, and we'll pay it directly to your provider. You submit the information in your back office, and we'll take it from there. That is just $300 in CV. Is all it takes. So now you want to get your internet taken care of and your internet paid. All you have to do is maintain $600 in personal and promotional sales volume to get your internet bill paid. Well, if you do that in the first month, you get your cell phone and you get your internet paid on the 15th of the following month. So as a diamond on the diamond plan, when you qualify for $300 in volume and you become qualified, you also qualify to get your cell phone bill paid up to $125. So maintain $600 in volume, you get your internet paid up to $50 again. We pay the amount of your actual bill every single month. Your cable, maintain $900 in personal and promotional sales volume. You're going to get your cable bill paid up to $125 every month. And again, we'll pay the actual bill amount directly to the provider. But we don't stop there. Maintain $1,200 in personal and promotional sales volume. You're going to get your electric bill paid. We're going to pay it up to $125 for the actual bill, whichever's less. Maintain $1,500 promotional sales volume. You're going to get your marketing system paid for. Vital will reimburse the total amount of your marketing system cost, no matter what level you're on. And now, for those of you that are out there that can hit the 2,500 personal promotional volume, and I know everyone listening on this call can, and we'll get there. You're going to get a $750 lifestyle bonus that will allow you to pay for your car, pay for your mortgage or your rent, however you like to use it as a bonus to you. So let's add that up. Maintaining personal volume on a 5-member plan, you qualify for 2 bonuses, which will pay a total of $1,275 extra a month on top of the comp plan and all the other conditioning that you earn. That's a savings of $15,300 a year. We're really trying hard to make this a better company, more ways to earn, take it to the next level. These enhancements are designed with your representative in mind and the business owner in mind. There's 3 ways to get started, and now this is really important that I go through this. And I'm going to go through 2 things here at the end. We're going to wrap. We're going to be on the call for several hours now, and we want to get this wrapped up so everyone can get started marketing their business. The first plan is the agent plan. These are all separate charges. You can now join the company by purchasing one of the marketing systems without purchasing the Vital Benefits Network. You can also be an agent and be a part of the Vital Benefits Network by purchasing one of the Vital Benefits Network plans. You have the flexibility to combine and mix and match, whereas before you couldn't. The agent plan is $2,200. It offers the basic marketing package, the back office system that allows you to track your sales and commissions. You can still earn industry direct sales, but those direct sales commissions are all you can earn. There's no team building on the agent plan. The marketing system is not designed to track and run a team system. The Platinum plan. The Platinum plan is the same plan we've offered. It's $49.95, so the price has been reduced from $99.95 to $49.95, allowing you to take advantage of a lower cost of entry for those of you that really want to get started but just don't have the $99.95 to get started. Now you can get started on the Platinum plan and go get you a customer and accomplish the same thing. It offers an advanced marketing system that is not designed for the enterprise team builder. You can track your sales team's commissions and marketing efforts, and it allows you to qualify for all the team commissions and all the team bonuses that go along with building a team. The Diamond package is our newest package we just offered. It involves everything the compensation plan has to offer. Plus, you get the extra Diamond package qualifier bonuses. So when a Diamond on your team qualifies, you get an extra $100 no matter what time. When they qualify, it could be 3 weeks, it could be 3 months from now. You also get to earn $10 extra on every Diamond that qualifies down to your downline or your team's levels 2 through 7. It offers more expanded elite marketing systems so you can mass market, you can support an entire network of enterprise professionals, and again, you get to qualify for the team bonuses and commissions, as well as the additional bonuses for helping your other Diamond team members qualify. Now, the back office is a state-of-the-art, custom-built back office system that has contact manager, autoresponders, video, email, lead capture pages, live chat technology, and much, much more. The value of this system has been rated at over $299 a month, and you can take advantage of it for as low as $49.95 in this system. You actually get a scaled down basis for $29.95. So even the Diamond package, marketing system alone, you're saving yourself over almost $200 a month than what it would cost you to buy these tools and systems on your own. Again, we are committed to building an incredible company that's here to last, a company that will be here in the future, a company that will inspire, motivate, and train millions to take their freedom and their lifestyle back in their hands. Whether they're $100 a month or $5 million a month, we want to be the vehicle that allows them to flourish and be successful with Vital. These enhancements were all geared and are all geared for the incredible launch in 2013 and to take this company to the top. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go inspire, motivate, and train.
I think we lost you.
Go to liveonedream.info. Brandon's teaching.
have internet wherever you go. This is a lifesaver for me. I travel all the time. So instead of having to depend on hotel internet or airport internet, I have my own. So we have Vital Energy. How much do you get paid every time somebody puts on a light switch in every single state that's deregulated? And not just local electricity, but gas, electricity, residential, and commercial. Not only that, we're going to be able to pay out 25 to 30% more in commission than any of our competitors that all they do is energy service. As a matter of fact, we consider Vital we call it the Walmart of network marketing. How about getting paid like a banker? Virtual banking. We're going to let you have a chance to have a prepaid debit card. And with this card, somebody goes to your website and they go ahead and go to your link and order a card for free with no background check, no credit check, and then they go around and they time they activate their phone or their card or they use their card, you get paid. The average person swipes their debit card 24 times a month. My wife 8 to 10 times a day. You think of how many times you use it, and imagine getting paid every time you swipe your own card. But you all know people out there that don't have bank accounts or debit accounts, checking accounts, but they still get paid. Where do they go to cash their check? You know, the check cashing check, they charge them an arm and a leg. How about putting their own prepaid debit card in their hand for free, and they take it back to their employer and get free direct deposit? How about that? That is huge. Next we have the Vital Benefits Network, and I want you to pay very close attention to this, because this is our bread and butter right here. This is our leading product. It's like a Sam's Club. If you've never heard of a Sam's Club, imagine a warehouse down the street from your grocery store. And they have everything in your grocery store, your convenience store, except it's in bulk, and it's cheaper. But can anybody off the street walk in the Sam's Club? No, you have to be a monthly or yearly member. Right? Well, I want you to picture this. Same thing here with Vital. This is a $49 package. And I'm going to show you what you're going to get for $49 and how much you're going to save with this device, with this package here. Legal protection. You never know. You never know when you need legal protection. You may think you don't need it, and the next thing you know, you get a phone call at 2 in the morning. It's happened to members on our team, and we even made videos about it. We also have 24-hour nurse hotline. Now see, this is something that we use in my own household. When my 5-year-old was 4 years old, and he was sick late at night, and my wife was freaking out about it. He had a high temperature. And we were able to call the 24-hour nurse hotline instead of rushing him into the hospital. That's what we're supposed to do. How about tax consultation? We also offer roadside assistance. You ever heard of AAA? Well, imagine a vehicle gets broken down, your car gets broken down, you call the number on the back of your car, and a tow truck comes out and attempts to either get you back on the road or tow your vehicle within 15 miles of wherever you need it to go. And how much does it cost you? Nothing. Zero. It's part of your package. If you've used roadside assistance and you're on our webinar right now, go ahead and type me in the chat box if you've used the service. Online shopping discounts. Imagine this. We just had Cyber Monday that happened. And on Cyber Monday, over $2 billion was spent in one day in online shopping. No matter what the economy is doing, people are still going to shop. But when the economy is going bad, they look for better deals and discounts. And you get better deals and discounts through your own Vital Benefits Network. We have identity theft protection. Hollywood is making a movie on this right now about a guy who drives to Florida trying to track down a woman who stole his ID. How about travel? This is huge for me because lately I've been traveling a lot. And when I travel, I have to book hotels. And when I book my hotels, For example, I took a trip to Orlando, Florida a couple of weeks ago. And when I went to Orlando, I waited to the last minute to purchase my hotel. It was a Tony Robbins convention, and all of the rooms were sold out. And I found a hotel about a mile away. And when I called them up, they said, well, because of high demand, we have a standard room for you, a standard, and it will cost you $189 a night for a standard. And I said, okay. I went on the Vital Benefits Network, and I looked at the same exact hotel, and I got a suite on the top floor for $89 a night. I was there for 4 nights. I saved over $400 on a trip I was going to take anyway. So a couple of weeks after that, I went to New Jersey, and I got my hotel stay on my Vital Benefits Network. Saved $40 a night. I was there for 2 nights. This weekend, I'm going to Vegas. Guess what? Booked my hotel through Vital Benefits Network, and I'm saving $20 a night. I saved over $500 in 1 month. $500 a trip I'm going to take anyway. And how much did this cost me? $49 package. And this is just one item in the whole package. How about movie tickets? Who likes to go to the movies? I'm going to talk more about the movie tickets later, but imagine getting movie tickets for $6 each. $6 per movie ticket. Now there are more than 2 main ways to earn an income. The first is by customers, and the next is by building a network. This is how it works. Let's say you're Sarah and you get started, and you do 2 things. We call it the 1-in-1. You enroll 1 business partner and 1 customer. The customer is the Vital Benefits Network for $49. And the business partner that's in with $100 volume, so it costs $49 to get started as a partner. And then you got a Vital Benefits package. You're going to earn $25 on each person you enroll and every customer that you personally sign up. You just made $50. Let's say you do this instead. So you know people like, well, I don't know anybody. I don't know anyone I could sign up in the business. I don't have a lot of friends. Okay. Let's say you just got customers. And you got 3 Vital start bonus on every single one of them. But if you do 3 in 1 week, we're going to give you for a week, because we pay out weekly. $125 paid out the following Tuesday. Tomorrow is payday for us, for everything that we did last week. Now let me show you about the fast start bonuses where we get paid weekly. If you're Sarah again, you do what we call the 2-in-1. You enroll 2 people in the business, and you sign 1 customer up. Two people and 1 customer. You're going to get paid the same amount of money on the fast start bonus. But you teach those 2 people how to do exactly what you do. You're now going to earn a $5 override on every person on your team, 7 levels deep, and every customer that they single customer. That's $2,015 in bonuses from 2 and 1 person. Now let's say you do just a little bit more. You do us all 3 in 1. You bring 3 people in the business, and each of you do 1 customer each. 7 levels deep, that's $41,990 in just bonuses alone. Let me show you how to double your fast start bonus. How would you like to make $10 per person instead of 5? Well, you do the same exact work that you did before, except you do 1 more thing. Remember I showed you we have our Wi-Fi mobile hotspot? That device is a $99 device. We have service as low as $9.95 a month for 200 megabytes, and as high as $49.95 for 5 gigabytes a day, depending on your internet usage. And if you do that 1 sale, you're going to double your bonuses for the entire month. So $43,000 is far greater than $22,000. I have my son in here doing his homework while I'm doing this. Ask your mama. What's mama? That's what I love about a home-based business. You can have your kids, you work from home. So here's the double team fast start bonus. By doing one hotspot, you just double your income. I think it's just scroll up. You got to be able to do it. Let's talk about the residual income. Now this is a unit level, not a binary. A binary is where you have a strong side and a weak side. You only get paid on the weak side and only 10% of that. In a unit level, you can enroll as many people as you desire. You can even do what's called sponsor and move. For some of you who have been in the entry on that, you know that's called stacking. Where you can sponsor somebody in the business and move them underneath another team member to help them out. So you bring in 3 people into the business, they're business owners, and they do exactly what you do. Now this is based on every single person you enroll also being a consumer of their own product. They also order the Vice Benefit Network for themselves as a $49 value. You do this and you duplicate this process, you're going to earn $7 per person, 7 levels deep. That's $30,604 a month in residual income. $30,000 a month in residual income from $7 per person. Do you have to get promoted to get paid on all 7 levels? No. Is there a qualification to get paid on all 7 levels? Yes. All you have to do is maintain 1 customer that's not you, 1 customer a month. That's just 1 sale. Not, there's companies out there you have to maintain 3, 6, even 20 sales. Just 1 sale and you're done. And you're going to get paid on all 7 levels. Let's say, for example, you sponsored me in a business, and you did nothing else. All you did was enroll me in a business. You got 1 hotspot or one customer, maintained it, and you're on the Vice Benefit Network. You'd be making about $5,000 to $6,000 a month just off me alone, without enrolling anybody else. I'm showing you if you did 3, $30,000. Imagine if you had 3 business owners get 3 customers through 7 levels. 3 customers. That's $45,900. See, I showed you just 1 customer. What if you did 3 customers each? And if you just got 10% of that right, that's $4,500 a month. 10% right. What if you have 3 business owners get 5 customers? I showed you the value that we offer there. Personally, I'm going to have 200-300 customers myself. But just 5 customers through 7 levels, that's $61,000 in residual income. And if you just got 10% of that right, that's $6,100 a month in residual income. Let's say you completely messed this whole thing up, and all you did was got an extra $1,000 a month. An extra $1,000 a month. What could that do for your family? What could that do for your life? Can you imagine getting an extra $1,000 on your job? That can change your zip code, change your lifestyle, right? Change the type of car you drive, the clothes you wear, the food you eat. Might even change the school your kids go to. That's that repossession. Pay off that credit card debt. I don't take a real vacation to go to Disneyland, Disney World instead of Disneyland. I'm a California guy. All we know is Disneyland. But I didn't know what Disney was about until I went to Disney World, and it took me being an adult to know that. Disneyland can fit in its parking lot. Saving money for your retirement and paying off that mortgage. That's what Vice can offer for you. Let's talk about getting paid through customer acquisition. We also have something that's called customer acquisition bonuses. Bonuses on top of what I already told you. To earn this, you have to be a diamond member, and a diamond member is $99 to get started, not $49. And if you become a qualified diamond member, that means you maintain 2 customers instead of 1. 2 customers. Let's say you show 3 people the business. and they become qualified, you're going to earn an extra $100 per person. Not $25, but $100 per person. And any diamond that gets qualified beneath them, through 7 levels, you're going to earn an extra $10 per person. Now, if you add up all the bonuses, a diamond is now earning $125 on everybody they personally enroll, and $20 per person, 7 levels deep. My first month in the business, I made over $700 off of $5 per person. We didn't have this when I first got started, and I wish we did. If I earned $700 off of $5 per person, imagine what it would have been if it was $20 per person. That's an extra $22,000 in additional bonuses. You're going to earn 30 to 60% commission on all sales of the product and services that you personally do. You're going to earn 6 to 15% commission on the sales of any product or services that your team members make. You're going to earn a team matching bonus, 3 to 20% on anybody that you personally enroll. Remember I said that you could sponsor a move? Well, imagine that you move somebody, you're still going to get a personal matching bonus on that person as well. I would like to clarify a 2-tab bonus. You add 22,000 to 43,000. Yes, you add 22,000 on top of everything I already said. Extra, but you have to be a diamond CC. It's extra on top of everything I just said. You get generational bonus. Earn 3 to 5% through 6 generations. That's correct, CC. I didn't understand generational bonus until I hit the top position of the company, and members of my team started to hit the same position as me. And normally in other companies, when somebody hits the same position as you at the top, it's something that's called breakage. You lose money because they start making that money now. So as vice versa, you don't lose money, you actually get a raise. So you want people on your team to hit the top position, because in any one leg, the next 6, you're going to get an extra 3 to 5%. You can have somebody that hits it on your 20th level and you still get paid. Your 50th level and you still get paid. Right now I think I'm about 17 levels deep. 17 or 18 levels deep. One is an RVP, you get paid on all that anyway. But I can have an NSC or an RVP that hits on the 17th level and I still get paid. You also have profit sharing pool. Wealthy people understand profit share. The company takes 5% of all customer profit each month, and at the end of each quarter, they split that amongst all the top producers. Now imagine I told you that this energy is going to make this company a $100 million company, and they take $5 million of that and they split it amongst all the NFCs and RVPs. I saw somebody ask, who here wants to be an NFC? All of you should. Can you imagine getting an extra $200,000 check? That's what's going to happen. I know Joan Howley does. I got something special for Joan later. Let's talk about the balanced compensation plan. Now see, this is very important to understand. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme or scam. This is a legitimate business that takes time to grow. However, while your residual income is starting to grow, you're going to earn good bonuses. Like I earned a lot of money in bonuses my first 2 months. But by the time my 3rd month hit, my residual went through the roof. To be honest with you, when I first started, my goal was to be earning about $10,000 a month by December 2012. We're there right now, right? That was back in April, and that was my goal. I was able to do that by July. July. 3.5 months of business. I didn't think it was going to happen that fast. It can happen even faster or it can happen slower. It's completely up to you. Talk about rank advancement. Now we all start off as a marketing rep. We earn 40% on all personal sales and a 3% matching bonus on anybody that you enroll. However, if you want to get to the next position, which you do, and you just get started, Mr. I.D. Butler, pay close attention because you just got started today. This is your goal. You want to enroll 6 people on your team in your first 30 days in business. 6 people in your first 30 days. You're now a team leader. You got a raise. You're going to get paid more money. But the next step is area sales manager. Now this is what separates us from all the other companies out there. Most companies is based on monthly quota, right? Vital is based on lifetime volume. And it's $10,000 in total group volume in your entire organization. No more than 75% from one leg, so you only need 2. And if you do 2,000 this month, 3,000 next month, and 5,000 the following month, did you do 10,000 in any one given month? No. But if you add it all up, that's $10,000. Congratulations, you just got promoted. Lifetime. If you only do $50 a month, eventually you're going to reach $10,000. This is the only company where if you don't quit, you're guaranteed to hit the top of the company eventually. It's just up to you on how fast. TC, wait till the end and ask questions, please. Because you're going way back. We will get that for you later. Now this is a good thing. What if somebody on your team quits? Or somebody on your team, do you lose your volume? No. Do you lose your rank? No. You never lose your rank. You never lose your volume. The next position is regional sales manager. You got 3 area sales managers and 3 separate legs. The next is national sales executive. You got 3 regional and 3 separate legs as a national. And final, as a national, you get 50% in all personal sales and a 20% matching bonus. That was the only thing I saw when I joined Vital. I didn't care about team leader, area manager, or regional. I wanted to get to the top as fast as possible. That's when you're going to get market your entire marketing plan. And then regional vice president is the top. And as a regional vice president, you're going to get everything an NFC gets, but you're also going to get paid through infinity. Through infinity. That's a lot, right? That means forever. And I'm curious about what slide 23 is that TC wants clarification on. I don't understand what you need clarification here. You sign up one person in the business, you're going to earn $25 bonus. You sign up one customer in the business, you're going to earn another $25 bonus. So you just made 50 bucks. So you're going to make money from enrolling somebody, and you're going to make money from getting customers. Does that make sense, TC? Alright? So let's continue. TC, the business costs $49 to get in as a platinum, and the Vital Benefits Network also costs $49. By doing both of those things, that's a $100 value. That's where the $100 comes from. Now, let me finish. Let's talk about the Freedom Club, which is why a lot of you are even here to begin with. With the Freedom Club, we decided that we want to give you more rewards for all of your hard work. More value for the business.
What are you watching?
So if you maintain $300 in volume, and let's just say you came in as a diamond. You're there as a diamond. You already have 2 people in the business and you get 2 customers.
Are you
That's
learning?
$300 in volume. By doing so, you're going to earn.
She can watch
You're going to earn your cell phone.
She can watch this
for
when it gets
free.
finished.
That's right. You're going to get your cell phone for free.
Time. Listen to things.
I want you to imagine there's a lot of companies out there that have different promotions that's going on. And that's perfectly fine, that's perfectly okay. So we decided, what's the one thing that everybody uses all the time? Their phone, right? It's their phone. So you may pay $300 in volume, we're going to pay your cell phone. Do you have to cancel your cell phone? No. Do you have to pay a cancellation fee? No. Do Do you have to purchase a Vitel phone? It doesn't exist. Not at all. You get to keep the same cell phone, keep the same carrier, keep the same number, and guess what? Instead of you paying the bill, Vitel pays the bill for you for $125. I just love that concept when I saw that for the first time. Now we're gonna go even beyond that. And TC, I want you to pay attention to this. This is like it's real good. You maintain $600 in personal volume, and we're gonna reimburse your internet bill for $50. We're gonna reimburse your internet bill for $50. And it gets even better than that. You know why? Because what's one of our products is the Vitel mobile hotspot. And the big package is $49 a month. So you can actually have this service for free and use it to promote your business. You have mobile internet for free. You maintain $900 in volume, and we're going to pay your cable bill up to $125. That is also huge. And I did a meeting in LA a couple weeks ago. And a woman got so excited she stopped me in the middle of the presentation, kind of like PT. She was excited, had some questions. And this is what she said. She said, wait a minute, do you mean to tell me that one, I can sign myself up for cable and get paid residual income for doing so? I said, yes. But if I maintain $900 of volume, which is basically a combination of both customers and enrolling people in the business, that Vitel is going to pay $125 on my bill? I said, that's correct. And because Vitel pays the bill, I'm still going to get paid residual income? That's correct. So you're telling me that I get to get paid for watching TV. So you are absolutely correct. And it doesn't stop there. We have $1,200 in volume. You're going to get your electricity for free. You're going to get your electricity for free. Up to $125. Now if you stop right there, that is $425 that Vitel is going to reimburse you for you going to work. Now I had to break this down in another LA meeting because they didn't really understand. And when I said it this way, they got it. Now I want you to pretend that the federal government, somebody comes to your door like the census and knocks on your door, and they say you've been such a good citizen, you've been paying your taxes loyally. We're gonna do you a favor as being a good American. You sign here on the dotted line, and you agree to pay $99 a month for a year. And by doing so, the federal government is going to take care of your cell phone bill, your internet bill, your cable bill, and your electricity bill for $99. How many of you will sign on that dotted line? Every single one of you. And if you say no, you're lying. You will. But guess what? This is not welfare. This is not a handout. This is not the federal government. This is a business. And in our business, we reward you for doing hard work. Because you're already going to be making a lot of money by the time you get to this point, and we want to give you a little bit extra bonus by giving you some more luxury bonuses. And it doesn't even stop there. Because one person even told me, said, Brandon, you know what? If I, on my own company, if I make money, I can pay my own bills. I said, you're absolutely correct, and I applaud you for that. Because that's what everybody does on a job in the first place. We're working a hard job, working hard hours, and we use money from our job to pay our bills. And if that's not enough, we get involved in a home-based business to earn extra income to pay our bills. Now, imagine someone who makes $500 a month in their company. They still have to pay their bills next month. So they take $425 out of their commission to pay their own bills. They have $75 left to take home to satisfy their wife bills. I make $500 a month in Vitel. But because I went to work, Vitel rewarded me and paid my bill for me without taking it out of my commission. I get to keep $500 to take home to satisfy my wife. Whose wife do you think is more satisfying? I say that respectfully so. Just to prove a point. Because whether we like it or not, these are services that we're going to pay for every single month anyway. But if you go to work with Vico, we're going to reward you. And for those of you who still think that $49 or $99 is too much money to get started because you can't afford it, I understand. I used to be there before. I had to go to the bathroom one day and look in the mirror and give myself a gut check. And I said, as a husband and a father, a grown man who has a Morehouse College degree, and I don't have an extra $3.33 a day to invest in my own business, obviously whatever it is that I'm currently doing is not working. But the most important question was the next one. What am I willing to do about it? That's the most important question. There's a difference between being broke and poor. Broke is a temporary solution. Poor is eternal. Broke, you can always change your situation by one decision. And if you're willing to go to work, and you have $1,500 in volume, now in the business for free, so now you eliminated any of your expense. And then if you do even more, $2,500 in volume, we're going to reward you with a car bonus. Now there's a lot of companies out there that give away Beamer Benz, Bentleys, and Mercedes, and Lexuses. And that's fine, that's great. Unfortunately, a lot of those companies are the repo man's dream. So what Vico decided to do is something a little bit different. We're going to give you a $750 lifestyle bonus check. And you can use it to pay for your current car. You can use it to go ahead and get a new car, or use it to pay rent and mortgage, whatever you want to do with it. It's your money. You work for it, you deserve it, you earn it. You want to know a strategy here, a hint? For those of you who say, this is my first time doing this, I don't know too many people, I may be nervous, I'm very good at direct sales. You realize by enrolling 50 Vico Benefit Network customers gets you access to all of the luxury bonuses? That adds up to $1,275 a month, or $15,300 a year. $15,300 a year. Now the average American family of four earns $24,000 a year. And then the government asks them to spend $15,000 a year so that they can live. And they're left with $9,000 a year to survive on. That's not even survival. I don't know what you call that, $9,000 a year. No wonder why people wait till the income tax season comes around. But imagine eliminating $15,000 out of your monthly budget. That's what Vico has already accomplished for a lot of people in the business, who put their head down and went to work. And I have to reiterate this. This is not a handout. This is not welfare. We're looking for some serious business owners who want to get an extra reward for the hard work that they do. That's what Vico is all about. Now there's three ways to get started. The first is as an agent for $29.95. You're going to get a very basic marketing plan. At least you're in the business for free for 30 days. So this is for people who just want to get their feet wet, who want to test the waters out, and that's fine. But you're not going to make any money off of bonuses, just off of personal sales. Then we have the Platinum plan. The Platinum plan has been great. The Platinum plan is what retired me off of my job. $49 a month. You're going to get all the marketing tools and access. To be qualified, you have to have at least one VBN for yourself. So it's $49 to get into the business. And the new position is Diamond. This is for the elite, who want to make a little bit more money. Instead of $25, you're going to make $125 on anybody you personally enroll. And you follow the 2-on-2 plan. You enroll 2 people in the business, and you get 2 customers. And you teach, if you're able to teach 3 people how to do this, you teach 3 people, you're going to make a lot of money. Especially in the fast drugs as well. You're also going to get a state-of-the-art back office, a turnkey marketing system, contact manager, autoresponders, video, email, lead capture pages, and live chat technology. Now, since I highlighted the VBN, I want to show you just a little bit more on that, because this is very important. I want you to understand the value that you're getting with the Vico Benefits Network. Not only is it good for you, but it's good for people who don't even want to do the business. So if you're here and you say, this may not be for me, guess what? This is still a win-win situation for you. Because you can get this package for $49 and still get a lot of savings. Savings on family legal plans, access to a nationwide network of attorneys, Wheels and trucks, divorce, traffic tickets, road state closings, much more. You also get a 20 tax hotline, tax planning, free tax preparation, and IRS advice. You also get 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, flat tire change, free towing, fuel delivery. Went over this earlier. How about 24/7 mechanic hotline, assistance with ASE certified mechanics? Auto care savings plan, discounts on oil changes, tires and rims, checkups, and much more. That's for you, Loretta? Vital wants to make sure you get to stay on the road. How about fitness and wellness? This is a huge package here. When you look at it, you'll see everything that you get with the fitness and wellness. In fact, we're partnering with all the nation's fitness centers like Valley, Total Fitness, 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness, 24-hour nurse hotline. I've used this one for my son. Email on call with best topics such as abdominal pain, chest pain, depression, drug interactions, diabetic meal plans, relationship concerns, and many more. Also online fitness and nutrition, improved energy, vigor and vitality, increased mental sharpness and focus. Identity theft protection. Identity restoration for ID theft insurance and family protection. Online shopping, double the difference, low price guarantee, discount merchandise, cash rebates more. Movie tickets, remember I mentioned that before? This is not Fandango, these tickets never expire. You can give them away as gifts, we have Christmas coming up. How about 5 movie tickets for $29? 15 movie tickets for $89. AMC Theaters, Cinemark, Legal Entertainment Group. $6 a ticket? Are you kidding me? I ran out of these tickets. I had to order some more. But I took my son to go see Red Dawn last weekend. And we went to a matinee and it cost $18 for 2 tickets. Had I had my own Vital Benefits tickets, that would have been $12 for the movie. Theme parks. Discount tickets for all the theme parks that you know and love, like Six Flags, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Legoland, and Medieval Times. Hotel and travel. Now understand, just because we show an airplane, that doesn't mean it's Priceline.com. Discounts on select airfare, exotic vacation destinations, personal concierge services, and international dining. Hotel reservations. This has saved me over $500 over the last 45 days. And it's saving me this weekend. I'm going to Vegas. On trips we're going to take anyway. Auto rental discounts. I'm renting a car this weekend to go to Vegas too. My wife and I were doing it up. Not just any car. We're getting a luxury, real nice car. So I don't have to put miles on my car. And guess where I'm going to get it from? My Vital Benefits package. Cruise line discounts. Cruise bonuses and amenities, onboard credit, free shore excursions. Now here's the ticket. We have 3 plans here. We have the consumer protection plan. Now with the consumer protection plan, you're going to get identity theft protection, email on call, legal care, travel benefits and discounts, tax preparation for $29.95. $29 gets you all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a $500 value here. Or you can have the assurance plan. Savings on shopping, wellness, travel, lifestyle, car care, and entertainment. Also for $29.95. Or the total protection. Everything included in both plans for $49.95. And here's the deal for you. Let's say you decide Vital is not for me, but I can use these services. That's the value on these services. And you get the package for $49.95. Can you imagine this? Because we are creatures of habit. And when we use or see a good thing, don't we tell people about it? If you want to see a good movie, don't you tell somebody about the good movie? You go to a good restaurant, don't you tell somebody about the good restaurant? Well, does the restaurant pay you a referral fee? No. Does the movie theater pay you a referral fee? No. But guess what? Vital is. Because if you, just as a customer, refer 3 people to this program, to the Vital Benefits package, yours is free every single month. So now you get all of these benefits for free. Because you enroll 3 people as a customer. And those of you in the business, if your customers enroll other customers, you still get a $25 fast start bonus, and $7 a month residual income. You want to know the fastest way to $1,000 a month residual income? Enroll 50 people in the business and show them how to get 3 customers each. You have $1,000 a month residual income. Protect your family. Protect your life. And for a lot of you, I understand how it is in a day-to-day life, because I was there not too long ago. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know what? You're going to be clear with that's why the chat box. If I come back through you, oh, fantastic. But like Scott said, why don't you challenge yourself for the first time in a long time, have one of the greatest Christmases that you've had. This Christmas is one of the best Christmases we've had in a very long time for myself and my family, thanks to Vitel. And what's even better, and the joy that I get is not for what it's done for myself, but for all the other people that Vitel is allowed to help. And what we're looking for right now is leaders. We're looking for people who want to partner up with us and want to help take this company in 2013 to the next level. People who want to make not just $500 a month, not just $1,000, but are looking to replace their current income and make $10,000 and 6 figures a month in residual income. That's who we're looking for right now. And sad to say, we're going to make this happen with or without you, but we'd love to have you on board. See, it's one thing to miss the waves when you're standing on the shore, but it's another to miss the waves when you're in the water, and all of us is already in the water. You're going to pay an electricity bill next month. You're going to pay a cable bill. You're going to pay a cell phone bill. You're going to pay an internet bill, whether you like it or not. It only makes sense to get paid for that. For you heavy hitters that's on the line right now, I want to leave you with this. $7 per customer. 150 customers on your team is $1,000 a month residual income. Anywhere between 7 levels deep. 3,500 customers on your team, pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you. 3,500 customers on your team is $1 million a year. You go home and do the math. Think about that. 3,500 customers. In my previous company, I can't say the name of it, but we had 6,000 reps and over 30,000 customers and residual income barely scratched $3,000 a month. We made a whole lot of money in bonuses. But I'm not here for bonuses. I'm here for lifetime residual income. I'm 36 years old, and I never have to go back to a job again. And I'm here with Vitel for the long haul. And I'm glad that the owner of the company is young as well. Because we've got the next 30, 40, 50 years of our lives to take Vitel to the billion-dollar company. I'm looking long term. And we go above and beyond just what the company offers. Our team is called Power Team Marketing. And we want to be able to show and give out recognition. In the 6.5, 7 months in business, we have put 15 national sales executives and 3 regional vice presidents. We have also put in 4,500 people in business. And we're just getting started. In fact, we haven't gotten started yet. Not to 2013. But if you're a part of our team, and you don't even have to be a part of our team, I don't care who. This has not been my day. But things happen in your day and things go on. You know, technology sometimes has a mind of its own. I think you guys can still hear me now. So, but what we're going to do is we are going to make a video for you. It's going to have your video, your city. It's going to have your website, your pictures, and you even design the music. You can put it up on Facebook, put it on your own website, send it to friends and family, email it to them, put it on YouTube. You are a movie star. It's all about you. We want to reward you for your hard work. And this video is by a woman that I have a lot of respect for. She is a regional sales manager from Chicago. Her name is Joan Hawley. A lot of you might have met her down in Texas. I mean, wait, okay, was she in Dallas? I know she was in Atlanta. I met her in Atlanta. I'm not sure if she was in Dallas, but she was in Atlanta. So I know Scott met her before in Atlanta. But she's been doing a lot of hard work. She's been with us for maybe 4 or 5 months now. She's going straight to the top. I can't wait to come to Chicago next year and help her build her team out in Chicago. I don't know about coming up there, Joan, during the winter time. I guess it's windy city, too cold. I'm a California kid. But we're coming. We're coming. So congratulations on all your hard work. I'm going to show this video and we're going to dismiss. And what I want you to do is get back to the person who invited you to this presentation. Get yourself signed up. Let them know whether you're in or out. And if you're still on the fence, I've got a solution for you. If you're still skeptical, do yourself a sign up with the Vitel benefit package. At least try the service out yourself. I guarantee you will be satisfied with the services. Try it out yourself. Share it with a couple of friends. At least you can get yours for free. And now that you see that it works, you can join in the business for an extra $49 to get paid on all of that. It's a win-win situation. So here is Joan's video. Joan, this has been a trial and error. My computer crashed on me 4 times. But we got it done. We made it happen for you. And thank you for all the hard work you're doing. Not just you, all the leaders on the team. Your upline, Chris McCoy out of Chicago. Lou Smith out of Chicago. We have Angela Jones. We have Dr. Michael Smith Sr. I'm looking for who's going to be the next regional vice president. We only have 3 of them in the company. Bridget Ford in Atlanta, Dana from Florida. Who's next? Our brand new business partner, Ivy Butler, who got started today. Looking to the team, Ivy. Who else is next? Adrian Jolly. I want to see a lot of you guys get promoted. I want to make videos for you guys. Richard from New Jersey. You guys want to come back because we have presentations every single day and bring 2 to 3 people with you and watch how your business explodes. Congratulations, Joan. Thank you for listening. My name is Brandon Ivy, Regional Vice President with Vitel. God bless and have a good evening. Bye-bye.